It's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Today, Sunday's Rant and Ramble, coming to you live from my loft in my home, Las Vegas. It's Rant and Ramble Day. What a good day, man. I'm telling you, today, I am going to breathe some fire on this stream, man. I'm letting y'all know that right now. Today, I am going to breathe some fire today, man. I'm excited. A lot going on. Well, it's Sunday. It's my favorite day of the week. Get to see what the hell did I do this week. Got a lot done, man. I got some partnerships in the works with the channel. Been busting ass, trying to stay focused, accomplish a lot of stuff. A lot of things I need to get done too. So prioritizing Monday coming around the corner. Need to figure out what the hell I'm going to get done next week. I'm planning my day out, and I'm enjoying the Sunday. Enjoying the music. That's what we do. Yeah. You guys amped up for today or what? Y'all excited? Are you excited for today? Because it is 11 a.m. in Las Vegas, and I have just got my day started, right? Noon isn't even here yet. And you better believe I'm gonna get a lot done today, man. Got a lot in the works. Excited. And then let's get a little roll call going on here. If you are new here, say what's up. I'm dropping a whole lot back at you. Some of the new people, we got DJ Tolman up in here. We got Gianluca, Rusty Bot, Meaningless, Sandy, Tug Guy, FOMO Sapien, Flat Smack, Rusty Bot, Moel, Wise Tree, Fino, Free, Talladega, Crypto Grady, Nas, XPim, Rand, Redman, Jason's up in here, Zeth, Toby, FV702, Rico. Rico says, I'm new. You're not new, Rico. FV702. So where's that Go Nice flag? You know, I had it outside, and then, you know, this Vegas sun just obliterates flag. I bought like 2 new Vegas Go Nice flags, and they only last like 4 months before they turn into this like faded, ugly mess. Jerome Powell up in here. Dibsy. Mio1 is up in here as well. Man, speaking of Golden Knights, Stanley Cup champions. Okay, if you're new here watching this show for the first time on a Sunday, say you just catch us on our live stream, do things a little different here. It's more just personal, a little more back and forth, Q&A. We also got Toby Chapman up in here as well, by the way. So it's a little bit more Q&A. So if you got something you want to talk about, you got a question, you think I said something stupid, you like what I said, whatever it is, put it in the chat, man. This is what Sunday's for. Sunday is a little bit more me one-on-one with Big Rob. You know, I try to make it to the Discord. I'm just so hyper focused on all these things that I'm trying to build, and you know, I've got a small team. It's just 3 of us. It's me, Rocco, David. I was trying to accomplish a lot, so I don't have a lot of this is my day to interact with the community, so say what up. Also, I don't talk much crypto. I mean, I do. If you got questions on crypto, put it in there, but compared to the normal shows, not as much crypto. And then we talk about how to catapult ourselves to the next level, how to get success, how to make more money, and kind of just try to reassess where we're at, man. That's what we do. The show ain't for everybody. I got a lot of people come in here and just like, man, I am not taking no personal advice from a crypto YouTube guy. like, cool, man. Like I said, show ain't for everybody. But I think there's a lot of people that appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I've said it before. When it comes to this show, it ends up being a release for me. So if anything, it's pretty entertaining because you can hear me ramble about my complications I've had, my struggles, how I've gotten over them, my frustrations, and yeah, there's no holds bar here. You know, this is what we do. And then also I have I got my chat thingy here too. Let me see. There we go. So yeah, so I can also pull stuff up. He said, I like the three delicates man. Gets me going. And then I don't even know what that means, but sure, cool. Whatever gets you going, bro. Michael Stango up in here as well. He said, what do you think about Caspa solving the blockchain trilemma? I don't believe anybody solved the blockchain trilemma. Not Caspa, not anybody, not Bitcoin, not Ethereum. And even if at small scale, if you're trying to say you solved the blockchain trilemma, you haven't, because you haven't reached decentralization, right? First of all, how do you plan on scaling without reaching? You need centralization to get you going, right? And if you're a new project, it's physically impossible. It's just imagine. You can't just create a code out of thin air and create a blockchain out of thin air and it just evolve itself, right? It's like a child, right? It has to have parents. Gotta have a mom. Mom has to boom with somebody. And so you need to create a child the same way you need to create a blockchain. And so the creators are centralization. And so you need to move away from that. And so if you're new, I don't care who you are. Like, you could be a 3-year-old. You can have a 4-year-old toddler come up to you, be like, I'm independent. I run mine. No, you don't. You do not run anything. So nothing is decentralized right now. Bitcoin is the closest. I don't think we're going to get anything that solves the blockchain trilemma at least 10 years out. Be out for 10 years, then come talk to me. Otherwise, it's fake. It's marketing, right? You go to any website of any of these blockchains. Go to any website. Any website of a project outside the top 50, on their homepage, they're going to say, we're the fastest, we're the most decentralized, we have the most throughput, we have the most security, we have the most integration with all these other chains. They all advertise that. And so if, and I know Caspa, I've looked into it. Caspa does not solve the blockchain trilemma. Sorry. Nope. No. They have not. They have not solved the blockchain trilemma. They might have a good formula. They might have a good roadmap. They might have a good vision. And maybe 5-10 years from now, when they have rolled out their roadmap and they successfully onboarded their people and they've just become decentralized later on, then we can have that conversation. But you can't be a year old talking about I'm independent. No. Jack says, hola. Now says, give him a like. Yeah. Where the likes at? Like. Thank you. And then Matthew Merrifield says he likes the show. I like the show too. Also here, if you didn't know, we like to play a little music here as well. So get this thing going. So a little music, a little Sunday, a little vibes, and cryptocurrency news dude. He says he's willing to bet that Charles Hoskinson ends up in prison. Why do you say that? I'm just curious. He represents everything wrong in crypto. Here's the thing. There's a lot wrong in crypto. There's a lot of scam crap. I would recommend not throwing poison and hate at other projects. If you don't like them, just don't invest in them. If you don't like the guy at work, don't talk shit about him. If you don't like the lady that is on the bus, don't get up and be like, I hate you. Just leave it alone, man. You know, it's like, if you don't like Charles Hoskinson, cool, keep it moving, man. Why are you in here dropping toxicity in the chat? I'm just curious, like, why don't you focus your energy on things that you like and things that you find positive? You know, if you like Bitcoin, talk about Bitcoin. If you like Vitalik Buterin, you think he's God? You think what's the dude from the Hex Project? Flashy dude. I forgot his name all of a sudden. Richard Hart. You think Richard Hart's the next coming of Jesus or something? Cool, talk about him. But I don't know why everybody always got to have massive toxicity to things that don't line up their views, man. Start focusing on things that you're excited about, right? Start focusing on... I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. He said, thank you. Talking smack about other changes, everything that's wrong with crypto. It is. And like, here's the thing. Like, hey, okay. Do you watch? I'm just curious. Have you guys ever watched like traditional media on finance, right? Fox News Business or whatever it is, CNN. I'm not sitting here saying that they got an amazing product, but I'm just giving you a perspective here. Do they have people there that are like, hey man, I only use Zelle, and if you use Cash App, you're going to hell. Cash App's gonna blow up. It's gonna bankrupt the economy. The founder of Cash App, he's the devil. And like, does that serve any purpose? Does that get us anywhere? Like, and I don't know why it's so like cult driven with crypto, right? Like, I could care less. No. Anyways, so, and then Jero Blaze says, love the knowledge both you and David are. Yeah. Well, thank you, man. You know what? I'll be honest with you. David kind of does all the knowledge stuff. I'm just the more reactionary guy. I'm the one that's like, here's my thoughts. And, you know, I consume a lot of research. I just don't put together the show structure. So most of it is kind of like thrown at me like last second, you know, and which is good, which it makes for our show dynamic. And yeah. All right, cool. So what else we got? So real quick, let's just touch on crypto prices as well. What's going on in the markets? And let's take a look here. You have Bitcoin coming in at 30,400. So nice big move. It got up to 31,000 last night, and back down to 30. I'm just curious that if this ETF bullish news, because remember, we went all the way from, look at this, man, 24,000 to 30,000. This was not even was this 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks ago. So, or maybe it was 2 weeks. Let's see, 15th. Yeah, 10 days. So yeah, not even 2 weeks ago, we went from 24,000 up to 30. The thing is that this is all off of the ETF news, right? It's off of the anticipation that traditional investors, Wall Street, companies, your pension funds, they can all get exposure to Bitcoin the same way that anyone that wants to get an investment on gold can just buy shares of gold. It's through an ETF, basically. Hey, I want to buy some gold. Like, here's the thing: you want to buy gold nowadays, and you're a publicly traded company. You're on Wall Street, whatever. You got millions of dollars. You're not going to go out and buy physical bars of gold. Now, there are some lunatics out there that may do exactly that, but realistically speaking, if you took all the gold, all the investments of gold here in the United States, like you just said, hey, how much investment in gold from retail and corporations, pension funds, all of this, like how much of the gold market cap is physically held by individuals or companies buying gold and holding on to it? I'd assume, I don't know, but it's got to be less than 1%, right? So 99% of the people holding gold as an investment in the States probably doing it through a custodial agent or through ETFs on the stock exchange. And if you go through a custodial agent, you know how they're buying their gold? An ETF to a stock exchange. So either way, most of the investment of that underlying asset, which is gold, is being invested through the New York Stock Exchange. That's it. And if you don't physically buy it yourself and you go to some company and you say, hey, I want a diverse portfolio, they're like, cool, let's go 10% gold. They're buying it through the New York State. Anyways, that's all going to be, liquidity. It's all going to be available. It's all going to be there for purchase on the stock exchange through an ETF for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's the star. That's the beauty of it, is that we know right now it's just Bitcoin. But how long will it be before it's Ethereum? How long before XRP's in there? How long before Cardano's in there? Cryptocurrency news' dude, his favorite, Cardano. Yes. One day you'll be able to pick some up. And the thing is that once that dam is broken, you can't stop it, right? Think of it this way. Imagine if they did an ETF for gold. It's a commodity, right? How long would it be after the very first gold ETF? Would it be before oil is on there? You could say, hey, we're gonna approve gold, and then also let's throw silver in there, right? Let's just say they did Litecoin, right? So in the scenario path that we have now, okay, you got a Bitcoin ETF. Litecoin would make sense. Pretty decentralized, pretty secure. Market cap's pretty small though, so that'd be like it's one drawback. But let's just say, hey, let's launch a Litecoin ETF. I think that's reasonable. I think it fits the criteria what the SEC is looking for when it comes to launching an ETF. And then after that, you're gonna have to go somewhat more utility, right? So you got gold, silver, precious metals. Gold has a pretty good amount of utility. So you made the same argument for Bitcoin, but then you get to oil. Now you're talking about like powering infrastructure, right? Oil is a commodity. You're buying an asset that, has a universal value. Barrel oil will trade in any market, really. It doesn't have to be just on the stock exchange. So, it already has a market on its own. So you can trade that on the New York Stock Exchange, but it has a utility, right? So you want to power your infrastructure, you want to power your factories, you want to power your cars, you want to power your airplanes, you need oil, right? And so you need that utility. And so the same is going to happen but you can sit here and say, okay, they passed ETF for gold and silver, but they're not ready for the oil because it's different. It's not the same as gold. You're talking about something, oil's different, it's controlled by, a few countries in the Middle East or whatever. You can make these parallel arguments that are being made with Bitcoin have already been argued, or these have already been discussed, or the framework has already been put in place for commodities that we already have. We haven't got to the point of identifying that all crypto, or a lot of cryptos are commodities, right? Because they're just simply saying all cryptos are securities, but we know Bitcoin's not. We know Litecoin is not. we know that stable coins are not. Stable coin is not a security because it represents a dollar, right? And a dollar isn't a security, you know. Anyways, I mean, you can say that money is a security in SEC terminology, but anyways, it's you have these commodities, and even the CFTC, the Commodities Future Trade Commission, I had to think there what that stood for. They've labeled stable coins as commodities as well. So anyways, where I'm getting at is that once the Bitcoin ETF passes, the Litecoin was probably next, and then from there we're gonna have this big moment, because once that dam is broken, then Ethereum's gonna be a commodity, right? It's already kind of in limbo, right? The SEC is already kind of saying, hey, it's a commodity. We said it was a commodity before, but now you got a hater in there, Gary Gensler. And so at some point, when that is labeled a commodity, which we're pretty close at it, we already labeled it. They're just trying to rewind it. But let's just say the SEC comes out and says, okay, guys, you win. Ethereum's a commodity. Once it becomes a commodity, what argument do you have to not list it as an ETF as well? And so what you're doing is you're allowing the market to invest in cryptos, the whole market. And the thought of getting sued if you're a company or having some impermanent loss, or losing the seed phrase, that's all out the window. Don't worry about that anymore. So what's all this mean? Bitcoin's at 30,000. It's all in this uproar of ETF. It's great news. It's amazing. Only problem is that it's probably going to still take 6 months. It's probably going to be 6 months before this thing passes, in my opinion. They delay, and then deny. And I think when they approve, I think they're going to delay, and then approve. And so is this pump going to be able to sustain itself for 6 months without the ETF? Because right now it's the news, right? People are buying the news. The news is out. ETF is coming. People are buying, but the reality is that it's 6 months out. So Rico says he hates crypto. That's cool. For sure. Portfolio must be down. That's my assumption. So, all right, let's see here. Molester says, especially Ada, is a scam. Why? He said it's called Exit. Anyways, we got Robert Vermouth. Hey, let me know what you guys. Let me know what you guys got going on today. Usually on Sundays, I like to discuss what we're doing, right? What do you got planned for today on your Sunday? What are you excited about today? Let me know. We're gonna do 3. Today right now we're gonna do what are you doing today? Then later we're gonna do what did you do this week? And then we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do next week. But for right now, what is on the agenda today? Give me one thing. I'm just curious. Are you going to take the dog for a walk? Give me one thing that might be a little unique. Are you planning on meeting up with somebody? Do you got a project you're working on? Is there something that you're building? Something you're excited about? Something? Just let me know. I want to know what you guys are doing today that you're excited about. I am going to the gym. Got a nice little gym routine. I was going 4 days a week and taking 3 days off, and that was kind of an accomplishment for me to get in there 4 days a week. You know, I have very little time, but that's no excuse. So for that, I've scratched that whole mentality, and I was like, you know what, I'm going 4 days a week. Now I upgraded that. Now I'm going 7 days a week, even though those 3 days that I was taking off is extremely tight. But you know what, I'm gonna make it happen. So for me, I had success this week. I got to the gym 7 days, full 7 days. I'm amped. I'm excited. But today will round out my week. So once I go to the gym today, it'll be a full 7 days. I'm very excited. All right. So let's see what you guys got going on. First of all, big shout out to Bro Kiyoshi, gifted 10 memberships. And so big shout out. Bro Kiyoshi, man, my main man, somebody we met in person. We're as well, great guy. And so if you received a membership, which was Hefe, Balikio River, Moonshine, Sauce Balls, Big Shrugs, Mo, Tree City, Rob, Clarity Trades, all got gifted memberships from Bro Kiyoshi. So make sure you give him a big shout out for that as well. Those are $3 a piece. So he just gave out $30 to those individuals I just said. So thank you again. And then we got just a little shout out here. So to my new people, if you're new here, say hello as well. I'd love to give you a shout out. We got, let's see here. We got Jiro Blaze. We have Crypto SEC guy, DD. I don't know DD, you've been here before. And then James. Anyways, if you're new, say hello. That's all I see right now at the moment. So to all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. A good like ratio, man. I'm appreciating that, man. We're well over 50%. So big shout out. We got 95 viewers. Want to get this thing up to 100 or 200. I'd love to get this Sunday stream up to 200 viewers. That'd be pretty badass. You know, we never really hit 200 on these Sunday ones, but you know what? I get it. Sunday, yeah, things are out of the ordinary. People out there doing their thing. Let's get some more music going. All right. And then Mike says he's playing Apex today. Dope. I like Apex. Apex is pretty good. It's got a tough learning curve though. Here's the thing, like, you're gonna play Apex, you gotta grind at that thing for like, I'd say you gotta grind at it for like at least a month and a half to be at all even slightly competitive. Like Call of Duty is my game, and that's the reason is that, you know, I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to video games, so I could play it for an hour today and then not play it for a week and then hop on and play it for 2 hours in a couple weeks, and I'm still like, well, you know, first of all, I got some skills. Your boy got skills, so first of all, I can get in there and still, you know, get a bunch of kills, but the learning curve, you know, I'm still competitive. Can't really play Apex on and off. It's a tough game. All right, what else we got? What are y'all doing today? Jason said Sin Sunday Crypto. That's right. Did you move out to Vegas yet? I know you're on the process of moving. And then Must Alpha says hi. And then we got Rue up in here as well. I haven't seen you in a little while, so what's up? All right. So I want to get right into it, man. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and if you're new here to this Sunday thing, you're gonna know that. Well, if you're new here to the Sunday thing, what this show is about rethinking where you're at, right? And even if you got it all figured out, you got the dream job, you just like, you need to always take a minute and assess, like, hey, where can I improve in? Because ain't nobody perfect, brother, sister. Ain't nobody perfect. There's always room for improvement. And if you think otherwise, you need to shake that, because yeah, man, we can always get better at everything we do. So for me, I kind of started this segment off of the premise like, hey, I want more money in crypto. I want to have more cash on the side, more dry powder, as all these YouTubers say. I'm not a big fan of that phrase. Keep dry powder on the side. I'm like, bro, shut up. Just say, hey, man, have some money to pile in dry powder. So yeah, we all want to increase our portfolio here, right? And we're all watching a channel called Sin City Crypto, and so we all got an interest in crypto, and I'm pretty sure we all want more Bitcoin, right? And first of all, I'm gonna just start this thing off by saying, if you got a goal Well, it's time to get after it, right? It's time to get after your goals. And I've heard from multiple people on multiple channels all the damn time that I want to be a whole coiner. I want to buy a Bitcoin. I want to. Let me ask you something. I want to know, do you want one Bitcoin? If you're watching this, I just want to see, I want to know how many of you want a full Bitcoin. And if you already have one Bitcoin and you want another Bitcoin, let me know as well. So put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you want a Bitcoin. Put a 2 in the chat if you want another Bitcoin. Or put a 3 in the chat if you don't even care about Bitcoin and you're more focused on the alts. I want to know where we stand right now. So 1 in the chat, you want one Bitcoin. 2 in the chat, you already got a Bitcoin, but you want another Bitcoin. And then put a 3 in the chat if you don't even care about Bitcoin, you want something else, right? I'm just curious. I'm curious. Free says he wants no Bitcoin. It's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with getting there's nothing is wrong with focusing on alts. Like my position is actually more alts than Bitcoin now. But I still love Bitcoin. I still want more Bitcoin. So anyways, so for those of you dropping a 1 in the chat, this is where I'm getting at here. For those of you dropping a 1 in the chat, those of you dropping a 2 in the chat, if you want a Bitcoin, it is $30,000. All of you here watching this right now can come up with $30,000 within the next 3 months if you wanted it. In the next 3 months, if you really wanted a Bitcoin, those of you who put the number 1, you have identified a goal, right? You said, hey, I would like a Bitcoin. I took the time to answer your question. I put a 1 in the chat. I want a Bitcoin. Like, you want a Bitcoin, it's time to go get yourself a Bitcoin. It's $30,000. You want $30,000, you can get $30,000. If your car blew up right now, your car exploded right now, you could get $30,000. Maybe you borrow it, maybe you save it, maybe you get a second job, maybe you sell something. But if you really wanted a Bitcoin, your mind is set on it. You were like damn driven. You're just like, okay, goal, Bitcoin, got it, gotta get it. If you're not working today, you could be working today, and you can make what? You could just say $15 an hour and work 10 hours. You know, it's $150. I know $150 is far away from 30,000. But you do that over the course of 3 months, 1 day a week, boom. You could have a Bitcoin in 3 months, working 1 day a week, 10 hours a day at $15 an hour. Go get a job at Barnes & Noble, putting books on a shelf for $15 an hour. Like, you want a Bitcoin, go buy a fucking Bitcoin. It's simple as that. Like, but here's the thing. The thing is that we have things that we want. We set out our goals. We say, okay, I want a Bitcoin. I want to be a millionaire. Hey, I want a cool job. I want a badass profession, but we don't fucking launch. We don't do what we know what needs to be done. Hey, I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, cool. You know what the fuck you need to do. That is the mindset that we have to fucking fix. And it's simple, man. You set a goal, and then you're like, okay, let's attack. Let me get after it. And that's it, man. You know, everyone's always saying life is complicated, life is so difficult, and had these issues. Like, it's not that hard, man. And if you stop complaining about everything, I think a lot of the problem is that we excuse. We focus on the reasons why not, and we don't focus on the reasons of why, right? You say, hey, I want to buy a Bitcoin. It's too expensive. Well, why is it too expensive? You can't come up with 30 grand in 3 months. I'm going to tell you something. if you got a kid or a loved one, let's just say they got a cancer diagnosis and you got no insurance, and the hospital's like, yo, you need $3,000 for this medication or whatever it is, or for an airplane to this hospital in Canada or whatever it is, you need 30 grand. You better fucking believe that all of you would come up with 30 grand somehow or another. And so how bad do you want it? That's all it is, man. That's all it is. How bad do you want it? If it's a goal, you took the time to put a 1 in the chat, you must want it. How bad do you want it? Now, if you don't want to leverage your finances, take out loans or whatever, then, well, hey, you can just bust ass, right? So you don't have to go to the extremes, right? The thing is that we have time. It's not like the crypto land is on fire and the price of it's going to be 100 grand for Bitcoin in 3 months. We know it's not. I mean, it could, but more than likely it's not. And so the fact that we got time on our side, but we just have to move and make progress. We can't bullshit. We got to like get it done. Like we got to attack. Like we got to set goals. We got to attack. Got to set a routine. You got to wake up early, not sleep in. Stop taking days off. You know what? I don't take any days off. I don't have time for days off, man. I don't have time for days off. My day is consumed with productivity. And if I don't have something I'm working on with my show or my life or my work, and at that point, like I do my personal things. Like I go to the gym. Like I don't have time to bullshit. I don't have time for days off, man. And here's the question. Like I don't even deserve a day off. So I ask you, like, because here's the thing. Like if I take a day off, somebody else is working. Somebody else is building. If I take 2 days off a week, then I take a week off for vacation 3 times a year, whatever it is, like somebody else is grinding, and I don't have a team of people to build when I'm off. Like I don't. If I take day off, our channel falls back. I don't have time for it, man. I don't have time to take a day off. And you better believe I will be the biggest channel in crypto YouTube. Like you better believe it, man. And I know I will. Now, whether or not you agree, whether or not you think whatever, sure. But I have set my goal. I will be the biggest channel, like hands down, and I have zero doubt in it. But I know damn well there is zero chance of me getting there if I take days off and I mail it and I'm lazy and then like if I play video games for 1 hour or I mess around for, you know what I mean? Like if I'm not hyper focused, driven, like checking off the boxes of things I need to get done. If I take an hour break or take a nap, like I wake up and I'm like, fuck. Like I've fallen behind, man. I should have done that, man. I'm freaking lazy, man. And then I zoom out and I look and I'm like I'm working harder than 90% of other people, man. 95% of other people. And then like I take an hour or 2 hours and I'm like beating myself up, man. I couldn't imagine that feeling if I did it for a whole day or 2 days. Like how far my competition is gone past me because I took a nap for 2 days, right? For running a marathon, you don't sit down and rest. You run a marathon, you slow down a little bit. Maybe you stop running at full speed, man. You just take it gingerly, run. But life is a marathon. Like you can't sit down on a marathon, man. If you've busted ass, then just take a breather, man. But don't sit down. And then a couple things, man. So I'm kind of all over the place here, but I'm gonna tie all this in together. All right. So first of all, it's about mindset, right? It's about having high standards, about setting your goals. If your goal is to get a Bitcoin, your goal is to start a business, your goal is to work, whatever it is, set the high standards. And then be hard on yourself, man. You gotta be hard on yourself. You gotta like say, hey, you gotta evaluate yourself. Did I get these things done? Where could I have improved in? Like what did I mess up on? What worked that I can focus on? Because confidence is everything. Like that's it, man. It's a mindset. Because if you wake up with that loser mentality, or even worse, you wake up with that you're a pleaser. Don't be a pleaser, man. Don't be the pushover. Don't be the guy that, okay, yeah. Don't be the person that says sorry all the time. Like, if anything, like one thing I did is like I cut out the word sorry. Like I don't use the word sorry. You can ask my co-host David, my business partner. I don't use sorry. He says it all the time. He's like, man, you're like a damn lizard, bro. I'm like, I am, man. I don't have time for that, bro. Here's the thing. Like, if I messed up, then I evaluate. I might explain how I got to that mindset. But a long time ago, I lived my life. A long time ago, decided to live my life with my heart on my sleeve and not to lie, be an honest person. And if it hurts somebody for me to be myself and be genuine myself, and if I said something that offended somebody, I'm not saying it because I'm trying to hurt you. I'm saying it because you might have asked me a question, or I might have spoke on a topic, and I'm giving you my perspective. And so the word sorry is not in my vocabulary. Now, if I not paying attention and I run into somebody, sure. Hey, sorry, man. Didn't see you there. Like, sure. But for my intentions, for what my life, how I live my life, I'm not sorry for the things that I've done, right? And what I've replaced that sorry guys and that pleasing mentality, I've replaced it with like a killer mentality, right? Like get things done, like routine, not, it's about setting up a routine, getting things done, being organized, being disciplined, not falling victim to your vices. And that is where my mentality has shifted. So the trying to please people, trying to make sure your mom knows that you're doing the career that she wants, it's not going to get you anywhere, right? And society has molded us to appease mediocrity, right? So we've always heard this American dream. The American dream is to buy a house, a car, work at some 9-to-5 job for 40 years, 30 years, 25 years, whatever it is, get your pension, have some chickens, and like that's the dream, right? And if your dream is to work 9-to-5, clock in and out, buy a house and a car, that's your dreams, like I guess, I mean, that's your thing, cool, man, but I can't. I was born for something great, man. I was born to put a ripple in this on this planet, man. I was born to shake some stuff up. I'm born to my kids to look and be like, man, that dude was crazy, man. And it's all about your drive, right? I have so much to say, and I don't have enough time to say it, man. And all I can say is that if you want a Bitcoin, get $30,000 and buy Bitcoin. If you want a new job, go get a new job. You want a new life, go get a new life. There's something that all of us want. And if you don't even know you want it because you're so lost in the shuffle, Like, get your head out of there. Like, if you're looking forward, if you're just so excited about clocking out and leaving work, and miserable clocking in on a Monday, and you're just looking forward to that vacation, you're miserable, man. And if you haven't realized you're miserable, like, that's it, man. Like, Big Rob is telling you, like, wake up. Like, there's 8 billion people on this planet. There's probably 3 billion different jobs. If you're miserable at your job, go get something else, man. And then you just gotta work like hell, man. Stop taking days off, man. I'm a damn psychopath. Like, I am obsessive, right? Like, what is important to me? Like, I have to get it done. Like, I'm gonna freaking spend hours on it. Like, if my audio doesn't work or it's not perfect, I'm gonna spend hours. If I can't figure it out, I'm gonna call somebody. If I can't call somebody, I'm gonna hire somebody. If I can't hire somebody, I'm gonna watch more videos, read more articles. I'm gonna be in there like I am massively obsessive until it works. And it will work. But, like, how bad do you want it? Do you want success? Because if you just say, hey, I want to be successful, but yet you complain, it's not going to get you anywhere. You need to demand it from yourself. It's about the confidence, man. It's like the confidence. You need to have a no fucks attitude. And all I'm saying is that the complaining, that is the opposite of confidence, right? Complaining is an indictment of misery. And so when you come home, like, that's toxic. You come home and you're like, and your wife is like, hey, how was work? You're like, oh man, it was terrible. I had the worst day of work ever. My boss did this, and I had this customer, and he said this, and everything fell apart. And then like that is not the way to live life. And I've hung out with too many people that have that mindset, and it's just an indictment of how miserable they are. I'll just end it with this. There are 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that are millionaires. There are 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that are millionaires. They may have got it from TikTok or Twitter, early investment, like, who knows? But there are self-made millionaires that aren't even old enough to go to the store and buy alcohol. And if they can do it, why can't you? And society has programmed us to sit here and look at a 18-year-old or 17-year-old who's a self-made millionaire, and then we come up with one where, well, they're special. No, they're not. There's nothing special about that 18. If anything, you got more ammunition, more gifts, more tools, more experience than that 18-year-old. There's no reason that guy should have a head start on your ass. They're not special. Not more special than you are. If you want to be a millionaire, go get it. You want to have a Bitcoin, go get it. You're unhappy at your job, go get a new one. Say what you're going to do and then do what you're going to say. Because the most successful people, they say what they're going to do, and they have no safety net. They either succeed or they go broke. That's it, man. You know, it's frustrated me. Just frustrated. You know why I'm frustrated? And I'm not even joking. Aru says it. He hates 18-year-old influencers. I do. I don't hate them. I just hate where I'm at compared to them, right? I'm 39, man. And 18-year-old millionaire doing the exact same profession I am. Like, this guy's cracked the code well in advance before I did. And I want it. I want that. And it's not because I put money over everything. It's not even, it's about influence, right? It's about power, influence. And for me, it's pretty simple, right? I want to reach as many people as possible. I want to spread the gospel of crypto, and it's going to change people's lives. It's more efficient. It offers inclusion to people that are outside of the banking system. I can go on and why crypto is so great, but the more people that I can grab and make a meaningful impact, the better. And so 18-year-old that is a multimillionaire influencer, he's reached millions of people. And I want that platform. I want that microphone. And I look at that man's success and I'm like, that why not me? Why haven't I got there? And so that's what makes me bust ass. Naked Canadian says, but an influencer is not a job. What is a job? A job is working for somebody else. A job. What is a job, man? As for me, influencer is a job. It's a responsibility. Because you have people that are on YouTube, on platforms. They're looking for answers. They don't know where to look. That's how I got into crypto YouTube. I needed guidance. I needed somebody with experience to shed some light on the industry. And so I take it as my responsibility to give you guidance in this industry, because it's full of scams, frauds, and content creators just trying to make a quick dollar. And for me, it's a responsibility. No influencer has ever influenced me. It's all subliminal. You buy Bud Light or Miller Lite, or you buy these brands because you've seen them on TV, and you might not even like the ad, but it's about recognition. It's about them getting the message across. It's that billboard. And even if you don't pay attention to it, even if you don't see it, that marketing, that branding, that influence has influenced somebody else in your circle. So you might not even own a TV. You might not even watch commercials, and your three best friends drink Bud Light. And so you drink Bud Light. And that's because of the influence that company has. And influence is everything, man. Influence is everything. And so I am trying to have more influence than the banks. I'm trying to have more influence than traditional finance. Because they're trying to influence you that inflation is good. That's the best argument there. Oh, we need inflation. I've heard David talk about it several times. We have to have a 2% inflation. Deflation is bad. Deflation is horrible. Like that, we can't have deflation. The markets will collapse. Like the fact that it is adopted as the general consensus that deflation is bad and inflation is necessary. That is an indictment of influence, right? That's the government saying, hey, we're going to debase your money. We're going to take money from you. And this is good for you, right? Could you imagine if I said, hey, I'm going to steal 10% of your money every year. Just say, hey, I'm going to steal I told you, right? I said, look, I'm going to go into your bank account and I'm going to take 10% of your money without you asking. And then I'm going to make you believe that that's a good thing. That's what inflation is. And the narrative is that inflation is necessary and their target range is 2%. Because what happens if I tell you I need to steal money from you and I need to steal 10% of your money? What happens if I decide to steal 30%? You're like, yo, bro, this is you can't. You're like, well, I need to steal money. Well, 30% is too much. Bring it back down to 10. That's what we're doing with inflation. Is that they're stealing 10% of your money. That's the real number. Every year. Everything gets 10% more expensive. And we're fed lies to believe that that's good for us. If I stole 10% of your bank account and then I made you believe that that's a good idea, that's influence. That's the government influencing you to believe that's a good idea. And so I'm trying to influence people to get the fuck out of that system. That's it. All right. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for our show today. That's the wrong one. Where's my outro music? Oh, there it is. All right, guys. Well, it's a good show today. Realized I was kind of all over the place there. Just frustrated. I just want more out of myself. I want more out of you. I want more out of the community. I want more out of crypto. I want less fraud. We're getting there, though. We are getting there. And so, to all of you that checked in today, Alexandra, Jason, Jiro Blaze is gonna tune in every Sunday. That's what's up. We're almost at 10,000. So how many are we at now? $8,950. I think this week we'll get to 9,000. It's not supposed to add up perfectly to 30,000. 600 a month, 1,800 3 months. It's the premise of working extra to get it. I'm not saying that simply doing that, but it'll get you there. Oh, last minute center. Sandy, welcome to the club. All right, guys, that's it for me.